bright spot, obviously senior day. What was it like getting to see your 5 seniors walk across the field and celebrate them one more time?
Yeah, I told the team at the end, let's just focus on celebrating the seniors, because really that's what today's all about. And whether they've been here 4 years or 1 year, all 5 of those young women have invested their heart and soul into softball for these past 4 years. And we're the lucky beneficiaries that they've spent a part of their journey or all of their journey at Tennessee. They've been really good culture caretakers, and the culture here has been good. But to have people come in, not spend all 4 years here, but just immediately buy into this culture and not just, accept it, but really affirm and make it even better. And I'm just really indebted to those guys.
What do you like the most about giving them that moment to walk off the field and kind of a little, not a farewell, but a little bit of recognition from the crowd there? Yeah,
those opportunities don't always present themselves, because softball's different than other sports, and you can't sub in and out. And that's going to happen if you're up by a lot or down by a lot. Today, we happen to be down by a lot, but it was really neat the way the fans stuck around. So many fans still in the stands for the actual senior celebration, even though the rain was coming down by then. And I just thought it was nice for them to be able to come off the field together, and for the fans to show them how much they appreciate them.
With McKenna and Katie being here for all 4 years, just how special is it for them to cap off their, again, not the career because you still have the postseason, but just their time here in this way? Yeah, I just think you can see in their faces how much this place means to them, and being a Lady Vol. And I mean, they are Lady Vol through and through, and they embody the mission of our program to be your best, most competitive self, to live it out by being tough and selfless and disciplined. And I thought it was so cool, for Katie especially, because Katie's had some huge moments in that uniform, and she will continue to. And she's just been such an amazing leader for us, even if she hasn't been on the field all the time. But for her to have that last at bat, and she ended her regular season career as a Lady Vol with a base hit, and that's pretty awesome.
How about Sophia? I mean, she had quite the weekend, obviously, for senior day weekend, too. I mean, how impressive was her performance this weekend?
She's getting better every weekend, and that's really exciting, because sometimes, your senior year, a lot of that growth is maybe, plateaued a little bit. But I feel like she's playing her best softball, and I think it's happened, and okay, all right, good. I love where she's playing, and then she takes it up another notch, and that's what she did this weekend. I felt like last weekend she was better. So I'm just excited, because I think, she's just going to get better and better over these next couple of weeks, and that's important for us.
Katie's adapted to a variety of different roles over her years here. Just what do you think that says about her as a player and as a person?
It says a lot about the way she's raised. It says a lot about just how much she values her teammates and being a part of this team. And, last night we had our senior dinner, and, her emotions were all about her teammates. And I think that's the cool thing. When you come back 5-10 years from now, you're going to talk about certain games, but you're not going to focus on the wins and the losses. You're going to focus on the relationships. And these are the girls that, they're going to be in her wedding, and they're going to be the ones that celebrate with her when her first child is born. They're going to be the ones that cry with her when she's, goes through, sorrowful moments in her life. And you just see how much Katie loves her teammates and how much they love her back.
And Laura, to be able to have that final moment as a hometown kid, how special was that for you to see as a coach?
There's something about Tennessee kids, whether it's male sports, female sports, but when you grow up in this state and you bleed orange, and then you get to wear that jersey, it just hits different. And you see that in the way those kids carry themselves, the pride they have in being able to put that uniform on, and the fans, the way they receive their homegrown.
How difficult is it, just from a perspective of, you go to bed last night, you wake up, you're trying to get ready, but you're down 5-0. How difficult is that to deal with, and how important was it for Sophia to hit that home run on that first pitch?
I thought we handled it really well. And Sophia came out and made a statement right away. That's a game where if we're going, they threw their ace. If we go ace on ace, I think we all know it's probably a little bit different story. But, there's a lot that we have to think about this time of year, and knowing what's in play today and what's not in play, and making sure that we put ourselves in the best possible position for postseason. But I was really proud of the way our team handled it, being down, and then continued to handle it as, the score got a little bit higher. They never stopped fighting. They were in it 100%, and really also proud of the pitchers who came in and got some, opportunities, and I thought did some good things with it.
What did you like from McKenna Gibson, maybe a little quiet at the plate, but she had some real heads-up defense today, especially eliminating a couple of runs at home plate.
Yeah, she did, and it started yesterday with that line drive shot that she fielded. She makes the diving play at first base and really clean defense. And she's our steady Eddie. She's always going to show up. She's never going to take a play off, and she'll come around the plate. Boo's had big hits for this team. And she tends to show up the biggest when you need it the most, and I think she'll be fully prepared as we move on.
Despite not ending the season with a series win here, do you still feel like there's a lot of momentum in this locker room going into the postseason?
I do. I absolutely do. I feel like, even the losses we've had recently, they're learning from them. And the next game, we're doing some things better, different than we did before. So I think they're mentally in a really good place. I mean, it's like I told them this morning, I'm really proud of you. You secured a top 4 seed, a double bye into the SEC tournament. And look at the 4 teams you're talking about. Texas, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Tennessee. I mean, these are, 4 of the top teams in the country, hands down. And I'm pretty sure, Shane, you can correct me, I'm pretty sure we're the only SEC team that had to play all 3 of them. And we're the only one that went on the road for 2 out of 3. So what I want them to think about is to earn that spot in this league is huge. With the schedule you had to play, and then knowing all the different environments we've been in and the games we've won in those environments, we're seasoned, we're experienced. There's nothing we're going to see in postseason that we haven't seen.
You mentioned that they never stopped fighting in this game. Is that because of the sisterhood this team has this year, and how do you think their relationship and the bond that they have will carry into the postseason as well?
I think that's a lot of it, and then I think you can take that idea and you can go back to Mississippi State. We win 8-0. We come out. We have to play a doubleheader the next day, and we get beat 12-4. But if you had walked into that stadium during that 12-4 loss at any point in time, and the scoreboard wasn't on, you would not have known who was winning or losing. And so we can harken back to that and say, hey, remember when we showed up and we kept fighting and we brought the energy, and that's why we won game 2. So you have a weekend like this, so even though we lose 2 out of 3, we know we can look and say, okay, this is what the choices we made. And we also know that if we keep bringing that kind of energy, that's going to bode well for us moving forward.
I think you guys.